ASTM International is an international standards organization that develops and publishes voluntary consensus technical standards for a wide range of materials, products, systems, and services. Some 12,575 ASTM voluntary consensus standards operate globally. The organization's headquarters is in West Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, about 5 miles northwest of Philadelphia. ASTM, founded in 1898 as the American Society of the International Association for Testing and Materials, predates other standards organizations such as BSI, IEC, DIN, ANSI, AFNOR, and ISO. History. A group of scientists and engineers, led by Charles Benjamin Dudley, formed ASTM in 1898 to address the frequent rail breaks affecting the fast-growing railroad industry. The group developed a standard for the steel used to fabricate rails. Originally called the American Society for Testing and Materials, it changed its name to ASTM International in 2001. Now, ASTM International has offices in Belgium, Canada, China, Mexico and Washington, D.C. Membership and organization. Membership in the organization is open to anyone with an interest in its activities. Standards are developed within committees, and new committees are formed as needed, upon request of interested members. Membership in most committees is voluntary and is initiated by the members' own request, not by appointment nor by invitation. Members are classified as users, producers, consumers, and general interest. The latter include academics and consultants. Users include industry users, who may be producers in the context of other technical committees, and end users, such as consumers. In order to meet the requirements of antitrust laws, producers must constitute less than 50% of every committee or subcommittee, and votes are limited to one per producer company. Because of these restrictions, there can be a substantial waiting list of producers seeking organizational memberships on the more popular committees. Members can, however, participate without a formal vote and their input will be fully considered. As of 2015, ASTM has more than 30,000 members, including over 1,150 organizational members, from more than 140 countries. The members serve on one or more of 140 plus ASTM technical committees. ASTM International presents several awards for contributions to standards. Authorship, including the ASTM International Award of Merit. ASTM International is classified by the United States Internal Revenue Service as a 501 non-profit organization. Standards compliance. ASTM International has no role in requiring or enforcing compliance with its standards. The standards, however, may become mandatory when referenced by an external contract, corporation, or government. In the United States, ASTM standards have been adopted, by incorporation or by reference, in many federal, state, and municipal government regulations. The National Technology Transfer and Advancement Act, passed in 1995, requires the federal government to use privately developed consensus standards whenever possible. The act reflects what had long been recommended as best practice within the federal government. Other governments also have referenced ASTM standards. Corporations doing international business may choose to reference an ASTM standard. All toys sold in the United States must meet the safety requirements of ASTM F963, Standard Consumer Safety Specification for Toy Safety, as part of the Consumer Products Safety Improvement Act of 2008. The law makes the ASTM F963 standard a mandatory requirement for toys while the Consumer Product Safety Commission studies the standards' effectiveness and issues final consumer guidelines for toy safety. Standards.